Hey there. A while back I did a ukulele cover of Friend Like Me, and several people asked me for the chords, so I decided to just do a little tutorial. Nothing too fancy. Anyway, this is I worked this out from the sheet music, and so I added chords in a couple places, took out chords, changed chords. It's pretty straightforward. If you know bar chords, you should be able to do it no problem. So starting off, these are the chord shapes that I use in the intro. And it's really just 4 chords. And the first shape, and you can come back and put it on pause if you need to look at that more. The first shape is just this, where you do a bar chord, first finger, and then third finger like that. And you do it up at fret 10, so it's a little bit of a squeeze. And what you do is you hit that and at the same time do a slide down. So you kind of go, and then you land on this second chord. Both of these are D minor 6th, by the way. They're just different positions on the neck. So you land on this chord, so you go, so maybe like do downstroke on the slide. And then you just hit your E string, keep the same shape, hit your E string, or you can hit these 3 on a stroke, and then you go down to your B7, B flat 7, A7, and then slide back up. I like this sound of sliding back up to the 11th fret here, same finger all the way up, and then do it again, so it's so that's the intro. Then these are the chords. The verses basically just use 3 chords. It's just A7, D minor, and that alternates until then you get to an E7. And I like to play them up on the neck. This, you can't see it here, but what this means is I'm up on the 5th fret here. But you can just as well play it down in first position. So here's your A7. So it's Wali Baba had them 40 thieves to the D minor. Sherazade had 1,000 tales. Mister, you in luck, 'cause up your sleeve you got a brand of magic never fails. And you could just as easily do that down here. A7, D minor, A7, D minor, A7, D minor, E7, A7. And so those are the verses, and so it starts on an A7 and it ends on an A7. So then it goes, the next sequence is on the Mr. Aladdin part, and it goes, I use a D minor to a D minor 7 to a B flat 9 and an A9. So after you do the intro verse, you got a brand of magic never fails. You got some power in your corner, heavy ammunition in your camp. You got the punch, pizzazz, yahoo, and how all you gotta do is rub that lamp. And I'll say, you go D minor 7, then this is a B flat 9, A9. So it's Mr. Aladdin, sir. And you could do, this is also a B flat 9 and an A9. If this is a little tricky shape for you, but so then you do it again. So it's Mr. Aladdin, sir. Now you do 2 strokes, 2 beats on the D minor. What will your pleasure be? Because you want that chord to drop after you finish the vocal line. Mr. Aladdin, sir, what will your pleasure be? Then you get into this sequence. F, F7, B flat 7, D flat 7, back to F, A7, D minor. Gonna take your oil and jot it down. You ain't never had a friend like me. And then you go la da da. And then it's life is your restaurant. And then there's a little variation. Instead of doing it the same way I did the first time with the two-stroke, two-beat thing, you throw in a diminished chord here. And that's what I intended. You see here, I've got this little diminished 7th chord there. That's another variant. You go, life is your restaurant and I'm your maitre d'. And then back to this. Come on, whisper what it is you want. You ain't never had a friend like me. Anyway, that's probably a good stopping point. I don't want this to go on too long, and I'll finish off the rest of the song with part 2. Thank you.